All right. If I'm the one doing this, I'll really move slowly here. So first of all, I know this is numerator, this is denominator. So I'll come here, one side of my book, I'll write here numerator. One side of my book, I'll write numerator. So in the numerator, what do we have? We have minus 13 plus 5 minus 70 divided by what here, somebody? Divided by 5. We divide this by 5. So I'm using body mass. Remember, the major concept here is body mass. The major concept is body mass. So if you remember very well body mass, we are looking at brackets. We are looking at what here? Order. Order means what here, like the indices, the powers. If, for example, you are given here like 2 raised to power 3 times whatever, you see this is an order. It's an order. So first of all, I'll have to raise before I multiply. So this is order. So we have brackets, we have order like this, order. Then we have, in this case here, division. We have a multiplication. We have a addition, and then we have subtraction. All right. So then, ladies and gentlemen, like in this case here, which one do you think are we going to start with? Because here we have a minus, we have a plus, we have another minus. So we have division. Division comes ahead of all of them, isn't it? Yeah, so division. So in this case here, are you able to divide on our behalf? Are you able to divide? So we have minus 13 plus 5 minus, what is 70 divided by 5? Please give me an answer. What is 70 divided by 5? Somebody give me an answer. What is 70 divided by 5? 70 divided by 5. Somebody give me an answer. 70 divided by 5, 14. So we have here minus 14. So we have here minus 14. Now, after that, then now we are left with minus, plus, minus. So, of course, I can see in this case here, we have what here? Plus. So this plus. Remember, this negative in front of 13 is part and parcel of this negative, of this 13. So when I'm adding the two, I must put this in brackets here. I mean, first of all, I add. So what is minus 13 plus? What is minus 13 plus, in this case here, 5? Minus 13 plus 5 gives me what figure? Somebody here? 22, no. Please, minus 13 plus 5. This gives me what here? Somebody gives me minus 8. So minus 8 minus 14, which gives me what answer at the end of the day? Minus 8 minus 14 gives me minus 22. So now I'm over with the numerator. Then I will be able to look at my denominator. I move slowly because in secondary school, unlike primary school, secondary school, they mark the method. They don't mark the final answer. That is why most of you will get yourself, for example, you are really a nice candidate here, but you end up getting bad grades like B plain because you're going for just answers. Remember, in high school, they mark like every step, they mark, and then they write 1 mark for the answer. So you come and look for the denominator. So denominator, what do we have here? Denominator, I can see I have my 9 minus 14 times minus 3 divided by what here? Divided by 21. So remember, we are using our famous body mass. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, here, the very first thing that I will do is to use what here? I mean, I can see minus, I can see times, I can see many things here. But I mean, division is the one that is ahead of the others. Division. So first of all, I will come and divide. So as I divide, I must be very keen. So it will be 9 minus 14 times minus 3. You see, divide is the same as what here? Somebody is the same as, I mean, instead of saying divide by 21, I would rather talk of minus 3 over 21. Of which I can comfortably cancel here. I can comfortably cancel here once. This is 7 times. So this will be the same as saying 9 minus 14 times, of course, this is minus 1. Minus 1 times what here? Times 7 like that. Minus 1 times 7. All right. This is a high school. Please, you need to look at this is high school mathematics, High school mathematics, you need to look at your LMS, get your link there. Look at your LMS, you get your link there for the BDA class. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I can now go ahead and do what here, and I do my multiplications here. So you can see, in this case, I can see when I'm multiplying here, I can see this and this gives me 2 there. So then this will be the same as saying 9 minus, of course, I have this minus. And this will be 2 times minus 1. 2 times minus 1, that gives me minus what there? That gives me minus 2. That gives me minus 2. So at the end of the day, when I've got two minuses, minus and minus, what will I get here? 9 minus minus 2 gives me what figure, somebody here? 9 minus minus 2 gives me, yeah, the two minuses are plus. The two minuses when they connect here, they give us, so that is 11. And remember, they wanted us, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here, to give them numerator divided by denominator. So we have our numerator here divided by our denominator here. So the numerator, ladies and gentlemen, that we have here is minus 22. Divide this by what here? By 11. So minus 22 divided by 11 gives me what figure, somebody here? It gives me minus 2. So this gives me minus 2. So how will this be marked? Remember, all this will be like, this will be a mark. This will be a mark. And then answer 1. So if it's 3 marks, 3, they mark the method. Because what I know, there are very many students, even at Kcse level, who will go the shortcut way. They'll try to solve this using what I can get directly. So at the very best, they'll get 1 mark. They'll get 1 mark. So then in this particular case, ladies and gentlemen, who got it right very fast, who was the first student to get this right? We give them 200 bob. All right. So the second question, before I do the second question, remember we ran very good tuition classes, holiday tuition classes at RCM. At RCM, we run very good tuition classes at RCM. Now, please listen. How do they work? So you pay, the fees is 4,000 Kenya shillings. The fees is 4,000 Kenya shillings. For how many papers? For 5 papers. That is all sciences. We have physics, chemistry, biology. We have mathematics. And then now we have introduced English as a bonus subject. And the English will be taught on Fridays. English will be taught on Fridays. So we have here the fees for that. Those 5 papers is 4,000. The students who come and tell us, we don't want to do those many papers. We simply want to do 1 paper. So if you want to do 1 paper, fees per paper, it will be 2,000 Kenya shillings. So if you're doing just 1 paper, you come and tell us that I'm only doing physics. So 2,000. So if you're doing 2 papers, of course, you pay 4,000. So in this case here, what majority of our students do, they'll always pay 4,000 for the whole package. You simply pay 4,000 for the whole package. So I hope that is clear. And of course, if you're interested, which I would want all students here to join our virtual Zoom classes. It is 0719 525,000. The other number is 0793 555 000. 555 000. Like the students that we had last holiday, and they have joined us this holiday. Those students, I should be able to give them a present, all of them. The ones now they're doing 2nd month with us. They were with us last one, and now they have gone ahead and joined us. And now they're not coming alone. They're coming with their friends. So those students, I should be able to do what you have to give them a present. I should be able to give them a present. So we are ready for our second question. That is Kcse Mathematics, Paper 1, 2023. Mathematics, Paper 1, 2023. I hope they have written down those numbers. The numbers for inquiry. It is 0793 555 000. You don't need to come to our offices at all. No, what you do, you simply pay to our Paybill. Our Paybill, in this case, is 6242-839. And then we have an account number. You simply say your level. So if it's Form 1, you simply write Form 1, or you write Form 2, etc. Amount 4,000. Just pay for the 5 papers, and then you forget. That will be very good. So question number 2, which is coming with 200 bob. 200 bob. Question number 2. It's about indices. It's about orders. They wanted us to simplify the expression. 3a squared b raised to minus 3. And then we have here 2 raised to minus 1, a raised to minus 2, and then we have b squared like that. Then we have b squared. So they want us to simplify and of course solve. We simplify and then we get to do what here to solve. So if you will be number 1, of course you have your 200 bulb, and we're going to give 200 bulbs, many of them. And I'm so happy because I can see now we are 72 in number. So I think that school that has got a majority number of participants here will be able to get their present today. They should get their present today. Because when we are 72, I'm so sure there must be a school that has hit 10 students. I don't know whether it's Kcse High School. I don't know whether it's Kabianga High School. There must be a school that has hit 10 students so far. Or Mary Hill School. I don't know which one it is. There must be a school that has hit 10 students. But before that, let's get this present here by doing this question correctly. So according to Michael, it is 6a raised to power 4 all over b raised to power 5. Byron is also giving us the same. So there is one thing that I forgot to mention to you. I normally like taking, giving equal chances to all genders. So these one I'll not bring the concept here. I'll not change the rule here. But I like if question 1, the award was taken by a gentleman. Question 2, the award should be taken by a lady. So you keep on changing like that. But if I try to change right now, Byron, Michael, they'll kill me because they'll tell me, Mwalimu, then you're not a very good referee. You are changing the rules of the game at the middle of everything, which is wrong. Which is wrong. Which is wrong. Yeah, Faith is coming in very well. Priscilla is coming in very well as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm the one doing this really, I know the laws of indices, especially as regards to what here? Division. Remember, the laws of indices. If you are given here AM divided by AN, all right? Of course, this is the same as saying AM, you divide this by A raised to N. If the bases are the same, these are base. If the bases are the same, then you should be able to write one common base. You should be able to write one common base. And if you are told to divide, when you write one common base, if it's division here, you shall subtract the powers. You shall subtract the powers. So this is a very, very important, what here, law of indices as division is concerned, and this is what I shall apply here. So of course I will have this number separate. I'll be having this as a different column. I'll be having this as another column like that. So I will start with the first one. So I would rather start with the A's. So I will come and say here, A divided by A. So then we have here, A raised to 2 divided by A raised to minus 2. So this divided by this. So I will write the common base, which is A. And then I'll be able to subtract the powers because now this is A and A. So I'll come here and say 2 minus, and this other power is a negative, which is -2 like that. So then these will end up giving us A raised to power 4 because of minus and minus, isn't it? Minus and minus gives us what here? Minus and minus gives us power what here? Gives us power 4 like that. Then this is tick. Then I go in this case here to the second element there, which is B raised to power 3 divided by B raised to power 2, this column. So I'm taking this divided by this. Then I will come and write one base, which is B. And then I do what to the powers. So the powers, in this case here, if it's a division, I will subtract the powers. So it is -3, it is -2. -3, -2 like that. Thank you so much, Byron. So then when I subtract this, it will give me B raised to what here, negative what here? -5, like that. This is correct. I can even double underline. This is correct. I can even double underline. Come to the next section here. On my book, I should be able to divide my work very well. So the next section, I can take care of what are the constants. I can take care of the constants. You see, this is the same as 3 over 2 raised to negative 1. 3 over 2 raised to negative 1. 3 over 2 raised to minus 1. Now, please listen and listen to me very well, my good students. Whenever you are given something like, say, a half, you see a half, if I want to write this to be part of the numerator, this is denominator 2. If I want to take it up, it becomes, there is no problem. Mathematics allows us to do that. You can come and write 2, but now introduce what we call bar 1. You introduce what we call bar 1. Listen, please listen. If, for example, we are given something like this, please listen and listen to me very well. If you are given, say, 3 over 2, can you kindly give me this answer from your calculator? What is 3 divided by 2? Of course, I know you guys can easily give me the answer here. 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 gives me what? You don't even have to use a calculator. 3 divided by 2 gives me what? Here, somebody gives me 1.5, isn't it? Now, let me ask you a question. What if I was to take this denominator to become part of the numerator? It's very correct. What I'll do, I'll come and say 3 times 2, but because this has changed position, then I must introduce what here, bar 1. Please, from your calculators, can you kindly go there and say 3 times 2 raised to minus 1? Give me an answer from your calculator. Remember, in your calculator, raised looks like this. So you say 3 times 2 raised to minus 1. Will we still get 1.5? Yeah, I'm being told it is 1.5. I'm being told it is 1.5, which is really, really good. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember the same is applicable. The same is applicable also to this numerator. If, for example, I was to bring this numerator down, I will comfortably write 1 over 2. I say times 3. Now I've brought this 3 down. But to prop it up and get the same value, what I need to do is to introduce bar 1. So can somebody in this case here try? I took this, when I took, it's like saying divide by 3 on top, divided by. So in this case, at the end of it, it will be 3. 3 is coming down here. All right. Can somebody take, in this case here, their calculators and say 1 divided by, please open your brackets nicely, because if you don't open your brackets, then you're not applying body mass. So 1 divided by, open brackets, 2 times 3 raised to minus 1. Are we still going to get 1.5? Are we still going to get 1.5, somebody? Are we still going to get 1.5? So we are learning something very important there. So then the same is applicable. If I was to take this 2, which is currently negative 1 down here, I can easily prop it up and take it to be part of the numerator. But now remember, here it's bar 1 raised to bar 1. Now the bar will disappear. So i.e., this is the same as saying 3 times 2 positive. Why is that the case? Remember, down it had bar 1. When I'm bringing it to make it part of the numerator, then I'll be introducing another bar 1, which will kill this, which will kill that. So then 3 times 2 gives me what figure, somebody? 3 times 2 gives me 6. 3 times 2 gives me 6. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have now everything. Because I know that this 2 gives me 6 times. Then we have this A's. I was able to get something here. A, in this case here, gave us a net of A raised to 4 times the B's here. The B's here were able to give me something. This gave us what here? B raised to negative 5, if you can remember the B's. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I will be able to come. So, this basically means that the correct answer is supposed to be 6A raised to 4, B raised to negative what here? Negative 5. Again, I can play with the mind of the examiner. I can take this B to be in the numerator. I can take this B to be in the denominator. I can take it down to be part of the denominator. The only thing that now I need to do is to deny it a bar. So i.e., it will be 6a raised to 4 all over b raised to power 5. This is the final answer. This is the final answer. So please feel free to ask questions. Remember, when I'm here, I'm more than your teacher. I'm your father. I'm your father. When I'm here, you should be able to be very free with your father. Please ask questions. If you think I'm wrong, although it will be very hard for me to be wrong because I'm a civil engineer. Civil engineering, we do lots of mathematics. I could also be wrong because, at times as well, when you're teaching so many people, you would be wrong. So don't fear. In this case, you are raising a point, or even telling us, Mwalim, I can do this question easily than the method you have followed here. One more time. Somebody wants me to repeat this one more time. No worries. I'll be able to repeat. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. All right. So remember, this is all about laws of what here? Laws of indices. And specifically, I'm using the division rule of indices. So division rule, if for example, you are given here, say a raised to 8 divided by a raised to 5. So in this case here, whenever you have this a being common, then you can go ahead and write 1a, and then you subtract the powers. You subtract the powers. Allow me to write something better here. If for example, I'm given here 5 raised to power 4 over 5 raised to power 2. Can you kindly use your calculator to give me this answer? Use your calculator. Say in your calculator, 5 raised to power 4 divided by 5 raised to power 2. What answer are we going to get? What answer are we going to get? 25, isn't it? 25. So 5 raised to power 4 divided by 5 raised to power 2, we are getting 25. Thank you so much. Another way that somebody would have used to get this 25 is the laws of the indices. Because I've got powers here which are different, but the bases are the same. Bases are the same. So if the bases are the same, then come and write one base, which is 5, and then what do you do to the powers? You subtract the powers. When bases are the same, you write one base, but subtract the powers. So when I subtract the powers, then I will end up getting 5 raised to power 2. So what is 5 raised to power 2? Will 5 raised to power 2 give us the same 25 that you guys got up there? Will give us the same 25 that you guys got up there? Yes, yes. So they're called laws of indices, laws of indices. So if I see big numbers, even if it's a very big number, if you come and tell me 100 raised to power 5 divided by 100 raised to power 4, so long as the bases are equal, I will come and write one base to get the final answer, and then I deduct the powers whenever it's division. If it was multiplication, I would have added the powers. I would have added the powers. So then this would have given me 100 raised to 1, which is the same as what here, which is the same as what here, just 100. Now then listen. So then here, what they want me to do is to come and work with what here? We work with these constants. We have A's, we have B's. There is one thing I would want to make clear. If, for example, I'm given like 5 divided by 10 raised to minus 1, could you kindly give me this answer from your calculators? Say 5 divided by 10 raised to minus 1. Tell me what are we getting? Everybody, use your calculator. Everybody, use your calculator. Everybody, use your calculator. Everybody, use your calculator. You're getting 50, isn't it? So you are getting 50. You are getting 50. Thank you very much. Using your calculator, thank you very much. But you see, in most cases, the examiner will tell you, don't use your calculator. Don't use your calculator. So if he tells me I should not use my calculator, then I will be able to use this concept of changing powers. Changing, in this case here, denominator to numerator. All right. So like now, this 10 raised to minus 1, I can take it up very well. How do I take it up very well? I'll come and say 5, I say times 10. But you see now I can't say raised to minus 1. Now this minus goes. So it becomes times 10 raised to positive 1. Because now the minus disappears. So it becomes times 10 raised to positive 1, which is the same as 10 raised to 1. You see 10 raised to 1 is 10. So 5 times 10 in this case here gives me what here? Gives me 50 like that. Please listen. If, for example, I was given something like this, 3 over, say, 20 raised to minus 4, this will be the same as saying 3 times 20 raised to positive 4. When this 20 crosses over to become numerator, it changes sign. So the same when I come to the numbers, when I come to these numbers, what do I have here? When I come to these numbers, we have here 3 over 2 raised to minus 1. So then this will be the same as saying 3 times 2 raised to positive 1, which gives me what figure, somebody? 3 times 2 gives me what figure, somebody here? That gives me 6, yes. And then I'll come and look at these a's. So a, I have here a raised to 2 divided by a raised to minus 2. So the powers here, the powers, of course, are different, but the bases are the same. So here I will come and write just one base. And then what do I do the powers because of division? Because of division, what do I do the powers? Because of division, we subtract. So it will be 2 minus this here, minus 2. So then these will end up giving me what here? Somebody a raised to power what here? Because of 2 minus minus. 2 minus gives me a plus. So this gives me a raised to 4. And then now we got the last one. So the last one is b raised to negative 3 over b raised to 2. So then this one, I will come and write one base, which is b. And then I take the powers, minus 3, minus 2. So then this one here will end up giving me b minus what here? B minus 5. And then remember, they wanted us to take this times this times this. So it is this times this times this. So it will be 6, it will be 6, it will be 6 times this, which is a raised to 4 times this, which is b raised to negative 5. So it will be 6a raised to 4, b raised to negative 5, which then at the end of the day, this b, I can drop it down. It belongs to the denominator because when it is minus 5 like that, this belongs to the denominator. So then this one here will be the same as saying 6a raised to 4 over b raised to what here? B raised to 5, like that, over b raised to 5. So I hope by now repeating, you guys are able to even understand better now. I hope by repeating, you are able to understand better. If you want me to repeat another time, no worries, I'll do it severally until all of us are comfortable. Until all of us are comfortable. Christine wants me to do another one. What I would prefer is that I do all the maths paper 1 questions first. We get a feeling. But when we come now to the subsequent classes, then I should be able to delve now into each area one at a time. Because you see, I have a target that we clear most of, like now today we are going to do 10 of them. But now the question is, do you have enough energy? Remember, every question, you're getting money. The money I'm giving you is an energizer. The money I'm giving you is an energizer. Do you have in this case here, do you have time? Do you have time? Yes. So before I disappear, who was the first ninja to get this right? We give them a present. I don't want to run with anybody's present. Who was the first ninja to get this? The very first person. Byron is saying Michael. Byron from, because I know him very well. So Michael, are you able to give me your number very well? Michael, are you able to give me your number very well and very fast, please, Michael? And please, this money, of course, we are sending the money to the parents, but this money belongs to your kids. Ensure that you give your kid that money. It's coming from Walimu. It's coming from Walimu. Don't fail to give them, because these kids now, they are very responsible. I know they'll buy good things, which they will, of course, remember Mwalimu. Even when they go back to school, they'll say, I got this money from this teacher because I got this question right. I got this question right. Michael, is it ever? Is the money going to ever? Is it going to ever, Michael? Oh, Michael is moving slowly. Yeah, okay, great. Thank you very much. So next time you write the number and then you write the name of the person that the money is going to. Great, great. So then now let's do that test of which high school has more than 10. Let's count which high school has more than 10. Which high school has more than 10 students? Let's count. Please, again, without any fear, tell me exactly, in this case here, which schools are you guys coming from? Which schools are you guys coming from? Which schools are you guys coming from? So Kabarak, okay. So I'm counting. Kabianga, Northgate, we have Kikuyu Boys High School, Moi Girls, Eldoret, Kagumo High School, Kibirigo Boys, Asumbi Girls, Baricho, St. Bridget's, Rapogi, Moi Girls, Nairobi, Londiani Boys, Kerugoya Girls, Moi High School, Kabarak, Waithega, State House Girls, great. So of course you can see even yourselves, there is no school that has been able to give me 10 students. Is there any school that has been able to give me 10 students? We give them a very good present, which I'll send to one of them, and then they'll be able to divide that money between themselves. And that money which I'll give them, it should be enough for KFC. You know, even the 200 now cannot buy KFC. You guys are cheating me. I don't eat KFC, but I'm 100% aware. I'm 100% aware that 200 bob can't even buy one drumstick at KFC. Can't buy. Also, okay. So then what we could do, ladies and gentlemen, is to ensure that we finish today's session, but the next session, you guys should be able to go and call. Next session will be tomorrow, same time. You should be able to go and call your classmates, and then we compete. And then, of course, that school which will have more than 10, we give each student how much? 300 bob. The school which will be having more than 10 students, the number one school, we give them 3,000. And then let me not promise 300 per student, because that could be too much for me. We give them 3,000, that's cool. Even if there will be 20 students, the number one school, we give them 3,000, they subdivide among us themselves. Does that sound like a plan, a good plan? Does it sound like a good plan? Yeah, so tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow, so we are leaving you with that homework. Which now takes me to question number 3 that has a present here. Question number 3 has a present, a great present. So question number 3, Kcse, oh, Stanford is saying, well, we are a rich man, 5,000 would do better. Stanford. Yes, section 2 questions. Yes, we shall have section 2 questions. Yeah, but first of all, let's hammer. Like now, this one will be disadvantageous to the Form 1 students. The question that I'm going to write here will be disadvantageous to Form 1 students, but there is no problem. You should be able to do what you have to just learn the concept immediately and you'll never forget. So Form 1 students, you are disadvantaged here. Form 1 students, here you are really disadvantaged. A triangle, ABC is such that AB equals 11 centimeters, BC equals 8 centimeters, and angle ABC equals 53 degrees. So they want us to calculate the area of the triangle. Calculate area of triangle. Calculate. Like now, you know, here, you can't come and tell me that area equals a half length times the height or based. No. You can't use this formula here. Why? Because here we have an angle. So the very first thing that you're supposed to do, Byron already has gotten an answer here. How did you guys, do this? You guys must be geniuses. But now the third present, honestly, should go to a lady. What do you think, Byron? What do you think? The third present, it can't be only men, no. The third present should go to a lady. What do you think? Will that be agreeable between ourselves? It's always good to, now you guys are Gen Zs. Gen Zs, we must sit down and talk, have a discussion, right? I can't bully you. We must talk. We must talk. We must talk. Even the fourth one, I can see Paula, even the fourth one here, because we must balance things. We must balance things. We must balance things. So then the first thing, ladies and gentlemen, you're supposed to do here, please, the Form 1s, listen and listen to me very well. Please draw, a triangle has got 3 corners. 3 corners like that. So my board will be able to, 3 corners like that. Okay, 3 corners like that. So we have our corner A, we have our corner B, we have our corner C. So you can see AB is 11 centimeters. AB is 11 centimeters. And then we have in this case here, BC is 8 centimeters. BC is 8 centimeters. And then we have this angle ABC, angle A, the middle one, ABC. So this angle, this is what we used to call 2 sides with an included angle. 2 sides with an included angle. So you can see this angle here is well in between the known length here, the known sides there. So if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, my area here will be equal to a half, and then you multiply the 2 sides here. So we have here AB multiplied by, because this is an included angle, we talk of sin theta, sin angle, sin theta. So the area will be a half multiplied by the 2 sides, and then multiplied by sin theta, because the angle here is what we call an included angle. It's not like, if it was this one here, it would have been very different. This one is included there. It's in between the 2. Therefore, my area here will be a half times, in this case here, 11, times in this case here, 8, multiplied by sin theta. Theta is the angle, which is 53 degrees. So of course, the Form 1s here, you should not worry at all, because every day we are learning new things. When you start doing this topic, you'll not have a problem. At least now you have, if you know the 2 sides, and then the angle is inclusive there, there is a formula called a half times A times B times sine theta. And then the sin theta is in your calculator. If you look at your calculator very well, it has a cosine there, and it has a sin there. So can somebody in this case here apply the 2? I would really love to have this answer from a Form 1. We give her or him, it's her, 100 bob. If a Form 1 is able to give us this, we give her right away 100 bob. A Form 1, if they're able to punch sin 53 correctly, a half AB sin theta. So the answer is supposed to be 35. Who is this Form 1 who was able to get it correctly? Form 1s, we love you. And I hope nowadays there is no monetization. Are you guys being bullied at school? I doubt whether that thing is still there. Is there any school here that they bully their Form 1s? That will be very sad. Very, very sad. Because now the world we find ourselves in is not a bullying nation. You should never bully anybody. Never bully anybody. You should welcome everybody, because you guys are global citizens. So if you're bullying somebody because you are with them in a local school here, what will happen when you go to America? You're a global citizen. Don't bully anybody. Don't bully nobody here. All right. So then this one, who was the very first, and be very fair, who goes home with my present? I know Byron. I don't know, come on, Byron must be a gentleman. I think I'll give Byron, but I must also give a lady. But Byron, next one, you should be able to know that it's a present for a lady. So the lady was number 1. The lady was number 1. What is the name of this lady? Was it Stacy? Somebody is saying Stacy, another one is saying Paula, Irene. Okay. They use mathematical tables. Okay. So who is this lady? Who was number one? So I can see Paula, I can see Stacy, I can see Stacy. So Stacy was number one, right? So then we will get in this case here Stacy's number, and we will get in this case here Paula's number, or Stacy has one. Stacy has one, and then we'll get Byron's number. So Byron, I can see your number there, 07. Paula has also sent. All of them are my children. We have to do something. 76. Margaret, okay. Now, the next one will be a very interesting one, because the next one we're going to give lots of money. The next one we're going to give lots of money. All right, and then now we have Paula Merrill. So next time what we shall do, we shall appoint a class representative that I can be sending money, and then now you guys will know how to send this money between yourselves in a way that you don't waste time. Because I think this really can waste our time. And then today I will be giving a present to that student who has been at RCM all the time. But I mean, for one reason or the other, I've never given them any present. You know, at times a student could be slow in terms of punching answers, and then they are always overtaken by others. You know, it's not her liking, it's not his liking. I mean, to really not, I should be able to reward that student. That student has been with us for long, and we have never given them any present. I would want to know whether we have that kind of a student here. Rael, I think you are cheating, because Rael, I remember you from the last sessions, you really got very many presents, Rael. Unless you're a different one. Not unless you're a different ones. So I think I've been able to give those three ninjas their presents. Peter Rooney, you have given you so many presents, Peter Rooney. Peter Rooney, I've given you so many presents here. H. Mora, I think you are very new to RCM. I want to give somebody who has been with us for a long time. Oh, Devon, okay. Really, Peter Rooney? I doubt, Peter Rooney. I doubt. I doubt. So then let's continue. Now, this one has a heavier present. A heavier present. And this is the last question we are doing for today, because I can see our 1 hour is gone. But again, do we have any student? We have told you we have tuitions, RCM College. They run, in this case here, Monday to Fridays from 8 to 1. 8 to 1. And then now in the afternoon, we leave you guys to do what you have to go and I mean, you know, you must also play hard. This life needs some playing. You play like 1 or 2 hours, and then you go back to your books. And the one thing that I've liked, like there is a class that I would really want to reward. I think this is from 1. Like I saw them, I mean, these guys are sending there are solutions, mathematical solutions here to WhatsApp. The teachers are marking. And then the other time, again, today, I again saw them in this case here doing their biology homeworks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something before I make this announcement here. If there is anything you can do, which is nice, I'm so sure you guys, most of you are still here. Siniukweli. You are still here. When you are here, normally there will be that bad spirit, which normally comes, and you need to know how to handle that spirit, which normally comes to you. You think that your teachers are your enemies. When you look at your mother, you think that this is my enemy, number one. Number one, your father is the biggest enemy. I mean, everybody is like enemy. If you know how to fight that spirit and then work very hard in your studies, if you are in our tuitions here, I can assure you, like now the answers you guys are giving us here, I'm telling you there is nobody who is here who is stupid. All of you in your classes, you have that big potential of taking position number what here? Position number one. All of you, don't be cheated that they are geniuses. They are not geniuses. What separates those people from ourselves who are not getting number one, if that is the case, it is basically hard work. It is basically what we call reflection. Those students who become number one, most of the times when they are taught things in class, like myself, I'm an A student, all right, from those old days. And I can tell you, there is nothing like being a genius. It's about hard working, waking up at 4:30 at 5. But of course, I ensure that you sleep your 6 hours. You must always do 6 hours minimum, at the very minimum. Masomo hawezi niambia masomo ni tamu. Ukipata unakwambia masomo ni tamu anakudanganya. All of us tunajituma. Masomo ni kujituma. So lazima ujitume zaidi. Alafu muda wa kujituma ni kidogo. Unaona? Unajua wakati uko hapa, unaona kama hii inaisha haraka, utajipata sasa ukiwa form 4 and then by bad luck ujipata umepata grade gani? Ujipata umepata hiyo grade hiyo. And yet you are that student who was supposed to be what year? An A student. And basically what messed you up? It is those attitudes. You think that in your classes, in this case here, we have geniuses. There is no genius. It's all about, in this case here, like now I can assure you, like those form ones I'm talking about who are at RCM doing tuitions with us. Those are very good students. Wanajua kujituma. Mwalimu amemaliza tu class saa 7, unaona amesema homework, mathematics, ametuma solution. Biology, homework, ametuma solution. Mwalimu wanafunzi wa kujituma. Unaona, hii muda ni kidogo. Ukiona, for example, if you ask like your parents, they'll tell you, I teach them. I teach most of your parents here. And they'll tell you that this mwalimu, I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, but I live a good life. I travel. And why am I able to travel? And why am I, in this case here, for example, called to conferences here to speak? It's because of that high school grade. You know, somebody will tell you that the high school grade you get doesn't. It matters. Trust you me. It matters. In this information technology era, when you get a very good grade like B+ and above here, you'll tell me one day, you'll call me because I'm available. You guys you're now getting my numbers, given that I'm sending you M-Pesa. I'm not planning to change that number. You guys, when you get like, I mean, it's very possible. Even if you are getting, trust you me. For example, last time you may have gotten like a D+. Let me ask you a question. Is it possible very fast for someone to move from a D+ to a B+? Is it possible for someone to move from a dog to a boy? Yes, you'll be surprised. It's all about two things, hard work and the ability to reflect. So for example, tonight before you sleep, you ask yourself, what have we done with Dr. Aura? We have done this in theta thing. Am I able to put my solution aside and then I do this question afresh myself and then I compare? The moment you keep on reflecting like that, then at the end of the day, you really do what here pass. The other way, best way of reflection is to ensure that the students who come asking you questions. If a student comes and tells you, I know, Brian, you are busy, but please help me to do this question. Never send away those students. No, help them. You're being given an opportunity by God to reflect. It is a process of trying to teach others. That is when you understand that, I mean, you get to know that you know nothing. And in the process, if you are somebody, in this case here, who was, you're hardworking, then you'll be able to get this answer from another student, from a teacher, etc. And then you learn. We learn things by doing. The number of years I've been a principal, at a college, many years. And there are times, in this case here, we used to have students learning at physically in our colleges. in our campuses, all right? So you'll just go and get somebody who is disinterested the whole afternoon, simply because they are forced to be in a library. So the whole afternoon, somebody's not even looking at their books. Somebody's just there, just holding like this, at times sleeping. No, we must be very interested in whatever we are doing, knowing very well that we are doing this not for our parents. We are doing this for ourselves. Trust you me. Like myself, I normally give myself, in this case, because I work very hard, I don't expect my children to give me nothing, because I'll be able to do my own work, and to give myself my assurances. I'm only doing my best, paying my fees in full to ensure that my children get the very best for themselves. Because now the world where we are going over, it's knowledge economy. How much do you know? So if these guys here would be the best, for example, practitioners in the medical industry, then automatically with that knowledge acquired, they'll become billionaires, because now we are entering into a serious knowledge economy. So what are we saying, ladies and gentlemen? Please don't take your teachers for enemies. Those guys are pushing you a little bit to ensure that later on, you will become very, very successful. Very, very successful. Are we together, somebody? Am I speaking some sense? Am I speaking some sense? Are we together? Am I speaking some sense? Great. At least I can see most of us are able to relate with what I'm saying. So there is no enemy there. Your teacher may have beaten you, for example, when you were in Form 1, and then you hold that grudge for way too long. No, you should be able to drop those grudges and look at the bigger picture. That is the student that I will be very comfortable with. That is the student I'll be very comfortable with moving forward. Not somebody mnakaa hivi unakaa ukipiga story. Last time I told you that thing na wenzako. Unaweza compete na wenzako about, for example, like myself, I'm beautiful. Myself, in this case here, my father is rich. No. Competition should be knowledge-based. Knowledge. How much do you know? Do you know how to handle this question that has got this, and this, and this, and this? That should be the thing. This person you are saying that is very rich at school, you are saying that my father is very rich because he has a TX, he has this and this. You don't know the amount of loan that Mzee has. You don't know. You don't know. You go and fight for your life. Don't be a person who discusses about other people at school. Never be cheated. I've gotten people getting depressed because they think that their friends are coming from a very rich background. Wanakuja wanakushtua, wanapaka hakuna mtu asikudanganye. Everybody in this world is struggling somehow. Trust you me. Everybody, whether you are a child of a politician, you are no. All of us in this case here are the same, because everybody is struggling with something. You guys could be young. I know you could not, you may not be able to understand what I'm talking about, but everybody in this law, God cannot allow you to be flying like an angel. No, you not even pray. God will always give you something. And that is why you should not be envious of anybody. If somebody comes to tell you that my father is a millionaire, look right straight on them, on their eyes, and ask them, so what? We never came. Why then are we in the same school? Because I know what is troubling. I work with the teens. I work with young adults here. So I know what is troubling them. When somebody comes with a very, very good, maybe hata ameomba. So those things shall not disturb my students. The moment I've taught you, I want you to have a very thick skin. Others are being given pocket money of 10,000. You're being given 1,000, but all of us are the same. According to you, who is getting 1,000, you still have your own grace. Trust you me. You still have your own grace. So let me finish this question here, and then we get to discuss about this mentorship, because I know what you guys lack is just mentorship. You go hating your father because you think your father is poor. No, that is the only father you have. Do you have two fathers? No. No. After the discussion, my number is here. My number is always here. This is my personal number. This is my personal number. But don't call me for, somebody tell me, when come to our high school. No, I don't do that. I'm beyond that now. I don't have the time. So this is my number, 0721 620 183, personal number. But for the school, if you don't find me, always talk to our school administrator. Our school administrators, there are 2. Our school admins are 2, like that. You can always talk to them. And remember the RCM's high school tuition. We have Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, and we normally separate them. I'm combining you here today because I normally come to also guide my students here. So this is mentorship. This is not even learning. I'm coming to guide you and tell you, hey, even if you're getting a C+, even if you're getting a B plane, you have a very big chance of getting an A plane, trust you me. If you employ reflection, discipline, when you put up your alarm, you'll be waking up at 4:30 tomorrow. Don't be that type of a person who snoozes all the time. Let me do another 30 minutes, let me do that. And then you go up to 8. No. I'm telling you this life. For those of you who are doing biology, Darwinian's theory, it is about survival for who? For the fittest. Where we are going. How fit you are will really determine the quality of life you'll be having here. You'll be seeing in this case here your colleagues you are with in the same school playing golf. Where Makanga. No, that's not your part. Your part nearly fast lane life. Simply because you're willing to pay a price today. You shall pay a price today. A price today. You have to work very hard. And as I've told you, even if somebody seems to be a genius, don't be cheated. All of us are putting in the work and the studying is not sweet. Is there somebody, of course, I can see you guys are very, very bright here, but can you tell me, cheat me. Is there anybody like who likes just learning themselves? Who likes like, I mean, every time you can't, you'll be cheating me. All of us, the way we are created, we are naturally lazy. It's called McGregor theory X. All of us are naturally lazy. It is the one who will be able to push themselves. That person will be able to push herself or himself who will succeed. So it's about pushing ourselves. We must know how to push ourselves. All right. So please, these are our numbers and ensure that you join our holiday tuition. Our holiday tuition. So the holiday tuition, what do we have here? We are charging 4,000 for 5 papers and then 2,000, in this case here, per paper. But we are encouraging all our students to take this whole package. Don't forget, in this case, these are our numbers. And these, please write down our Paybill, because I want all of you to become my students. 6242 839. Account number, in this case here is account number. In this case here is your level. For example, you could write Form 1 like that. So give this Paybill to your parents. Give the Paybill to your parents. Your parents can feel free to talk to us on WhatsApp or even call us. We shall be able to guide them. Thank you so much. So do we do one more question or do we postpone everything to tomorrow? I think we should postpone everything to tomorrow same time. Because I know at your level, your lessons are normally 1 hour. I think we spoke too much, but even this speaking makes lots of sense. It helps. Oh, we do one more question. They're saying, Mwalimu, we are hardworking. After all, Mwalimu, you have told us we must know how to push ourselves, Mwalimu. Then you must, in this case here, allow us to do that. Let's push ourselves here. So we are told here, question number 4 of this Kcse 2023, that a cylindrical solid, a cylinder of radius 7 centimeters, has a conical, top of same radius, like that. The height of the cylindrical part of the solid is 17 centimeters. The height of the cylinder is 17 centimeters. The conical top has a vertical height of 9 centimeters. Conical top's height height is 7 centimeters. No, 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters, full stop. So they want us to calculate the volume of the whole solid. Calculate the volume of the solid, the whole solid. So solution, because I've seen some of you have done this. So we have our normal cylinder, which goes like that. And it happens to be having a cone. It happens to be having a cone, like that. So they have given us the height of the cylinder itself. The height of the cylinder itself is 17 centimeters. This height from here to here, the height of the cone is 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. And then they have given us the radius. The radius is half, not diameter, but radius. The radius, they gave us the radius somewhere, 7 centimeters. Up there. Radius is 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. Already they have answers, these guys. These ninjas, already they have answers. Already they have answers. So do they still want me to do it? Do they still want me to do it? Do they still want me to do it? Do they still want Mwalimu to do it? So of course here you have to separate the cylinder and the cone. So you separate the cylinder and the cone. They're saying, no, Mwalimu, don't do it. Yeah, so in this case here, I will separate the cylinder and the cone. So we separate the cylinder and the cone. So we have our cylinder here. So volume of cylinder. So volume of cylinder, of course, you guys know. It is, there is a circle down here. Circular. So there is a circle here. So the volume of the cylinder will be pi r squared. This one times the height. Times the height. Volume of the cylinder is pi r squared times the height, like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the pi, of course, we know is 22/7. That's pi, or 3.14. Times the radius that we have for this cylinder, which of course will be the same radius here, 7 centimeters. So the radius is 7. So 7 squared times the height. Height of the cylinder is from here. This is the cylinder. The height in this case here is 17. So is there somebody who is able to give me the volume of the cylinder first? Volume of the cylinder. Is there somebody who is able to give me volume of the cylinder? So according to Christine Motuo, it is 2618. 2618. And then from there you come and give me the volume of the cone. The volume of the cone. Volume of the cone. You can see how this cone, ladies and gentlemen, looks like. Of course, you're able to see how the cone looks like. So this cone, of course, we have the circle here. We have the circle here. We have the circle there. So, of course, we're going to talk about what here. It is pi r squared height. But given its funny shape, of course, you can see it's not like a half. Given its funny shape, we must introduce a third. Or a third pi r squared height. Doesn't matter how you put it really, because multiplication, can agree anyhow. So the pi, of course, we have our pi as 22/7 here. Multiplied by our radius we're using the same 7. Because you can see the radius for this circle, for the cone up here. This is the cone. This is the cone. So 22/7 times 7 squared. In this case here times the height. Height of the cone. Height of the cone is 9. Height of the cone is 9. Times, in this case here, a third. Times a third. Times a third. So Millicent Kachila is giving us 400 what here? She's giving us a 462. 462. 462. And therefore, the total volume for the entire thing which is solid. Total volume for the entire thing which is solid, it will be 2618. 2618 plus 462, which will give us a what figure? Which will give us what figure? The answer is 3080. The answer is 30, 80. 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 30, 80. So what I've realized, most of you mulikuwa na hizi questions mbele, mko question paper. So it makes it very hard to compete with other students. So next time when I come, which is tomorrow, then I'll be able to come with a totally different set of questions, like that. So ladies and gentlemen, have we learned something nice today? Have we been able to learn something nice? Have we been able to learn something nice? Great, thank you so much. So then I will be here ensuring that you guys, of course, I can't teach you during the day, I'm quite busy. We have other teachers during the day, but they're equally good. But I'll be here to support you guys at night. So at night, I'll be creating time to support you. But what have we agreed? Even if you don't join my tuitions, even if you don't join my, because some of us may not be having resources, ensure that you will start running as fast as possible from tonight. We must put in the time. We must study. We don't have two choices about this. Don't hate studies. We must push ourselves to like studies. Education is a great key that can open great doors, that can make you see places. Embrace it. Love it. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, the same time. Or would you want us to reward that school that has like 3 or 4 students? Yes, Ninja, great. But I think I can see Mika raising her hand. Are you able? Great. So now I will know what to do. I'll know what to do, Peter. Don't worry. I learned a lot. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll know what to do from tomorrow. From tomorrow. Yeah, we reward tomorrow. Let's reward tomorrow because now tomorrow we should be able to get. So I'll send the link just now when I finish for tomorrow's class. Ensure that you bring your classmates. Are there students who are going to sign for my revision holiday tuition? Are there students who are going to promote us at RCM? Are there students who are going to become my students this month alone? This month alone, do we have students here who are going to become? Yeah, please, if you can pay like tonight. If you pay tonight, if you'll be among the first ones to pay tonight, then automatically there is a present for you. If you pay tonight, all students who will pay tonight, there is a big, big present for them. And so once you pay, you send your message. You send your message to this number. This is my number on WhatsApp. And then we get your present immediately. Otherwise, thank you very much. Bye. See you tomorrow, same time. Bye. Good night. Yes. The lesson was great. Thank you, Dima. Oh, it means I can make a very good teacher, right? It means I can make a very good teacher, right? Can I make a good teacher? If I was to go to high school today to teach. Wow, okay. Thank you so much. Or if you promoted already RCM, then Victor, I owe you a big present. If you've been able to bring so many students, in this case, to RCM, then I owe you a big, big present. Wonderful, great. Great, good night, bye. Thank you so much, Magdalene. Okay, bye. So I'll remain behind. Oh, interaction iko sawa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye. I'll remain behind until I close the door myself. Leave slowly. So, and of course, this will be uploaded on YouTube. I visited Kagumo High. Wow, okay. Ram, I like that. Content, what I pull up. That is very, very good. That's very good. Those are the kind of sacrifices you want. Or Kagumo yuko hapa pia. You can see Trevor, Michael. I can see Kagumo taking this big present tomorrow. This cap is going to Kagumo. Kagumo High School. I can see this thing going with Kagumo. Baldwin, you'll get your present tomorrow if you, join the classes tonight. etc. Bring other students here to join. Big presents are on the way. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Bye. Oh, Baricho, eh? So I was saying this video, I'll be able to upload it on YouTube and ensure that when you get to my YouTube, we should be able to love Mwalimu's video, subscribe, etc. Thank you, St. Joseph's, Raps, okay, Rapogi. Oh,